Remember it.
Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for some great championship action as today we present to you Five-Star Nation as the 9U championship game gets ready to take place in front of your very eyes between BLACKMAN and the Tiger Mob. It's all taking place in beautiful Tennessee. Let's get ready to get this thing started as only we can. Brought to you by none other than Gridiron Productions, LLC, the upper echelon in live streaming coverage. In conjunction with Voice Sports and, of course, Team Funding House, you're in the place and you get to see that great football right in front of your face. As team captains make their way out to midfield, we're getting set up and situated here. The first annual preseason kickoff classic. A very, very, very special and historic day about to take place, and you get to join us as the Bills and the Broncos getting ready to do their dance. That can't be right. We getting ready to go at it, man. Come on now. The Bills take to the football field, and they will be wearing their natural blue. The Broncos. Yeah, let's zoom in. Give me some up close and personal. The Broncos will be wearing blue, and the Bills will be in white. Okay, so that's Jefferson Street Bills. As both coaches get a chance to talk to the officials at midfield. Today's action, again, brought to you by none other than Gridiron Productions. Come on now. Five-Star Nation Championships set to go. Both coaches got their final instructions from the officiating crews. Two halves of 10-minute football. These teams have been able to play through games yesterday in the preliminaries to make it to this day here. in front of your very eyes as we back up this camera a little bit just to give you a full optical view of the surrounding area here in beautiful Tennessee. And we'll drop down a little bit more just to zap out. Today's games will be brought to you by the numbers. As again, the Broncos in dark blue face off against the Bills in white and red. This championship game, one you're going to sit back and enjoy as they come out showing the initial I formation, big package. And let's get it started. The first handoff, a go to a halfback counter around the left side, and he stood up and brought down quickly. Nice play from the outside linebacker. Number 45 and 25 able to crash down. Number 45 coming from the far side of the field and actually lined up as the end. This will be 10U action as the BLUFF Bills. Handoff. And again, they'll go with the counter around the right side. And just to clear the confusion, ladies and gentlemen, we'll get you situated. As this game was scheduled to start at 10, we'll be getting started at 11. This is the 10U Bluff City Bills versus the BLACKMAN Broncos. Once again, the Broncos are in blue, Bluff City in white. Yes, we understand. We're making the adjustments as we speak. Coming at halftime throughout the course of the day, we'll get a chance to talk about some of the great things Gridiron's doing, as well as Voice Sports, as we continue to bring you great athletic coverage from the youth level all the way up to the semi-pro level nationwide. You want to find out how to get Gridiron Productions and Voice Sports to cover your event, you need to give my man Kevin a call. Do it early, do it often. We get you right. 5-star nation in the place to be. Bluff City Bills defense already trying to deal with that opening onslaught. Oh, you know how we gonna do it. Space and opportunity, doing what we do to inform the community. As the officiating crews work on a little malfunction within the chains on the sideline, got to get the knot out of it because we wanted to be 10 yards, not 9 1/4, not 9 3/4, not 9 and some change, not 9 and something strange. We need the full 10, Playboy. Second down and 9 for the Broncos. Again, we'll be bringing you coverage all day today. Just sit back, pull up YouTube on your big screen. Go ahead, take care of your cookout meals. I know you got the grill going. Wifey making the sides, the kids running around the house. Sit back and relax in your man cave on Championship Sunday and get some of this 5-star action. Rock with your boy. Again, we give you a chance to check out some of this beautiful Tennessee scenery as we pan screens. Man, just majestic, clear skies. Almost makes you want to get a paintbrush and see what you can do on canvas. If you can make it as beautiful as this backdrop is, healthy, fervent trees, clear skies, and a great day of football set to come your way. My goodness, look at that. Just enjoy it. Take it in. You're rocking with the upper echelon. Let's go back to the action as the Broncos finally get situated here. 3rd down and 2. Having a lot of success out of the I formation big and getting it done on the ground. They'll take the snap, and this time, whoop, razzle dazzle, tight end around, comes around the left side, and he got space, and he can move well up the field and shows the speed down the sideline. One man to beat, and I'm gone, baby. Number 1 on your rosters, number 1 in your hearts, and number 1 into the end zone for the first 6 points of the game. Touchdown, the BLACKMAN Broncos. Well executed. As we check the field, make sure we had no penalties or reasons to bring it back. Do we? Oh, baby. Is that good news or bad news? And it looks like some bad news right here on the sideline. As you can see the flag in your lower left-hand corner of the screen. Somebody did something they ain't had no business. And they will bring that touchdown back. Wow. 10 yards from the spot of the foul or put them on the 30-yard line. As you can hear many of the fans in the stands screaming, do it again. That's right. Make sure you go to Gridiron Productions, LLC, found on YouTube, and check out today's games. Take that link, like, love, and share it on all your social media platforms. We're going to be out here. As always, we outside. I form big, goes with the traditional handoff. The counter goes to the right side, number 4. Will get a couple yards before he's brought down by that defense. The Bills, after giving up a gashing run, responds quickly, and they'll advance the ball up to about what would be the 37-yard line. In tight, they'll come out, get ready to go. And they'll go with the play that got him in the end zone last time. The handoff to the tight end, and he'll go around the outside. Good jab step and upfield. And that is very close to a first down with 6:40 left in the first half. And number 1 will make his way to the sideline, holding his weight, and will opt to stay in. Tough kid right there. Already with a huge number of yards on his resi. 0-0 to score. The Broncos in navy blue with white pots facing off against the Bills in white and red bottoms. Early movement. False start. Charge to the Broncos. I ain't no snitch, but it was him right there. That'll reset them a little bit as they'll go back. And And out of their base offense, they'll go to the fullback who powers his way on the interior, and he'll test out these linebackers, see where they chin at. Set to get things going down inside the 30, ball at the 27, near say 28, and yet another early whistle, which will lead to a false start as the penalty monster starts to growl in favor of the Bills, and they'll rotate their defense out. Number 60, a huge reason for the congestion on the interior. Or get a breather as both teams take this opportunity to get hydrated. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, no matter where you are or what you do, as you are involved in youth sports around the country, please take the time to hydrate your student athletes accordingly. Hydration does not start the day of the game. It does not start the night before. You want to start putting the necessary fluids and electrolytes into your student athletes as they get ready to head out onto the football field. They're going to expound a lot of effort and energy. They're going to sweat. You want to make sure you're just replenishing that as they participate, whether it's in football, basketball, baseball, soccer, lacrosse, or any sport that is going to allow them to go through that phase. Hydration, a huge part of the youth sports movement and education of the players. With 4:31 in the first half, you see the attention placed on keeping these players hydrated, both for the Broncos and the Bills. Applaud the coaching staff at Five Star Nation doing an incredible job at such. This series, the Broncos break out in a shotgun formation, dual backs, and gets the direct snap, and he'll hand it off and got some room. He'll go around the left side, and a nice open field tackle as the DB comes up 22 and says, not on my side. Serving it up and serving it up healthy. This Bills defense, nice read as they start to shake that early morning pre-game jitters off. Well-constructed offensive play and well executed by the Broncos. But when you see the safety come up and make a play like that, you have to feel excited as a coach. And yet another infraction will go against the Broncos on this, the opening drive. That'll back them up 5 more. Good snap. Plants his feet. Has a man. Throws it. And incomplete. Nice play. And even though you're talking about preseason youth football action, look at the spacing by this Broncos team and how they continue to establish themselves. These coaching staffs did an exemplary job. It's not hard to understand why they are in the championship game here today. This Bills defense, with a wealth of talent as well, continues to shift. And that was a big down that they needed and was unable to pick it up. And that will defer possession. My man. See, that's where you find it. That 1 hour will change a lot of things. As we're coming to you live from Maplewood High School in Nashville, Tennessee. Ooh, good pressure from the outside. And the pass thrown up quickly and had to, as number 7 for the Broncos came off the edge. And the end right beside him brought a lot of pressure. The quarterback got rid of the football, making it 2nd and down and 10. But he had no time to look from left to right on that one. Let's see this Bills offense and see how they'll situate things here. Coming out, and they'll come from the shotgun. Multiple weapons, and that'll hurt them as extra movement will lead to a false start penalty that will back them up another 5 yards. This the first offensive possession for the Bills here on Championship Sunday. And the Broncos defense will get their first air at it with 1 minute left to play with. Direct snap and the pressure. Ball on the ground. Ball on the ground. And just like the hot sauce, the ball has been found. Number 8 for the Broncos come up with it. And the Broncos will take possession with the ball down on the 9-yard line. And the Bills defense will unequivocally have their backs against the wall. That's an SAT word. Go back and check it out. I tend to drop them every now and then. But that's what happens when you watch the upper echelon in youth sports and live streaming productions, Gridiron Productions. Good snap. Goes with the handoff on the right side. Nice cutback move and very close and into the end zone. Goes number 4. No flags on the play. And his offensive line led the way. So the first touchdown again will go to the Broncos, but this time no flags that will take it away. 6-0 the score as they line up for the point after attempt, as this Bills defense has spent most of the first half on the field defensively. 18 seconds left before halftime. Again, 2 10-minute running clock. I formation. Inside handoff to the fullback, and he will power his way forward. And the point after attempt is indeed good. 7-6. 7-0 the score, excuse me. No special teams play. So that will lead to the Bills getting the football. I don't know, in pre-production they said it was 10-minute running quarters. Or was that 10-minute running halves? Both teams head towards the sideline. And both coaching staffs get the opportunity to speak and speak heavily. As indeed the tempo is very fast-paced. And it gives you a chance to really just go out and throw your A game together. 5-Star Nation bringing you this preseason football action. The first annual KickOff Classic also included a cheer and dance majorette competition that started on Friday. There were so many great things going on. 5-Star Nation putting on a show. So indeed it'll be 10-minute running clock quarters. And that will lead the Bills back out onto the football field to start the second quarter, down 7. Continue action. Yeah, that's right. 10-minute running clock quarters. And only timeouts to stop the clock. I got you. The Bills, in their second offensive possession of the game, had the chance to run, dare to say, 3 plays their first possession before they lost the ball in a fumble to the defense. So this Broncos defense is showing a 7-man front and looking to come get them. And indeed, the pressure is in the backfield as the handoff goes around the left side. He got some room. He got some space. He's to the 20, the 30, the 40, the 50. Unless you got an angle, he is gone. Stick a fork in it. It's done. Bills, Bills, Bills. And it's number 22 at the halfback position who made the incredible play as a safety defensively that takes it to the house. And just that quick, 7-6, you see why both these teams are here and why they came to play. Quick strike capability, number 22 is the truth, son. They'll line them up for the point after attempt and the potential opportunity to tie this game up. Way to get to the outside and not a flag in sight, clean blocking and execution. Led to a 70-plus yard run from scrimmage. That young man is excitement in a bottle. They'll line up for the point after attempt here. Look at these 2 guards they got for the Bills. That's a big mamma jamma right there. And they'll hand it off to the fullback, and he will go nowhere. As he runs right into the heart of that defense, number 11 and number 8 will limit that opportunity. And that'll make your score 7-6. As there was a flag on the play, but it looks like they'll pick it up as it was a point after attempt. And that will send the Broncos offense back out onto the football field, nursing a 1-point lead here early in the second quarter. You are watching Gridiron Productions, LLC. Like, love, and share this video everywhere. Coming up at halftime, we get a chance to talk to you about some great things I've come across. And one of them is a great way for your organizations to get funded. And look at the quick snap, and they'll hand it off, and they'll shift out, and number 7 comes around the outside, and he has room, and he's going to go all the way. That's the 50, the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10, and I don't know what kind of math you got, but that's 6 more points on the scoreboard, and the Broncos come back and answer the Bills and say, hey, you can score on 1 play, we can too. What? So 13-6 as the Broncos come back and strike. The tight end around handoff, a very effective play for them as the offensive line continues to get great blocks. And once the ball carriers get to the outside edge, it's curtains. 8:45 before halftime, and in the last 30 seconds, you've already seen 12 points go on the scoreboard. Don't go anywhere. Incredible action continuing to come your way as they line up for the point after attempt. They'll hand it off to the fullback, and again, he will power his way into the end zone. And despite having number 60 draped around him, point after attempt is good. 14-6, and that will send the Bills offense back out onto the football field. Got a quick score out of them, and the Broncos come right back and answer them. 2 plays, 2 touchdowns, and more than 100 yards between the two of them. I'm going to need a drink in a minute, boy. Woo! Ice cold water. Stay hydrated. Stay hydrated. Stay hydrated. That's the message for the day. The Bills send their offense back out onto the football field. Good high snap, and I'll hand it off, but this time the outside edges crash down. Both number 5 and number 7 get to the ball carrier quickly, but number 11 comes away with the football. So the Broncos will take possession yet again as the defense strikes just as quickly as the offense, and that will give them possession of the football at the 18-yard line. And conversations will take place from the coaching staff as they'll take a timeout, as the coach will want to know, how did the defense get through so quick that they were there at the point of handoff and came away with the football. The offensive line for the Bills has to put a Band-Aid on this sore because the Broncos are going to bleed it dry if they can. All teams making sure they get their players hydrated, and the Broncos, if they can get in the end zone right here, could put some much-needed cushion between an electrifying team like the Broncos and themselves. We'll find out if they have the ability to do so, or if this Bills defense can be just as aggressive and tenacious as well. Good snap, but play is whistled dead prior to its execution. And just for you watching at home who may not be privy to all of the rules, we'll give it to you breakdown. 10-minute quarters, all running clock. The clock only stops for timeouts, possession changes, and injuries. Also, you are currently enjoying the Bluff City Bills and the BLACKMAN Broncos. The BLACKMAN Broncos are currently in the lead 14-6, and Bluff City Bills just had a penalty walked off against them that will benefit the Broncos majorly. So the penalty monster already making itself present here in the first half of today's game. And the only team that really took away a touchdown from was the Broncos, but they got that right back. And now with possession inside the 20, they'll take the snap and they'll run it again as number 1 shakes free from one defender, and we have a helmet on the field as one of the Broncos lost his pat, and he will have to come out for a snap. Definitely in the place to be this Broncos squad getting itself situated here in the first half. And number 7, a very dynamic player, along with number 2, will come into the game. And the fullback, number 8, another great asset, will start to set this offense up. As number 8 will move down to the tight end position. As number 4 is in the backfield, joined by number 7. And here comes the razzle dazzle and a quick in around, and never saw it happen. Number 1 on the double handoff, and a holding penalty near the 2-yard line will walk them back. This officiating crew is consistent, fair, and firm. Already under 6.5 remaining in the first half. Again, 10-minute running clock quarters. Handoff. Oh, and lost it. Ball on the ground. Ball on the ground. And able to go back and dive on it is number 4. As he received a handoff and started up the left side, lost his footing and the football. High formation. And they'll go with the handoff. We got a flag, and number 10 will come around the right side. One man to beat and beats him. Got a good line around the outside and down to about the 16-yard line before he's tackled. But we had a flag back in the backfield that we will discuss. So after the infraction, they'll set the football. And it will be, again, false start against the Broncos. So with the 14-6 lead over the Bills, hello. All right. Teriyaki fine. Thank you. As the officiating crew walks the ball off, play clock will resume, as I'm sure there will be some great conversations held at halftime on both sides of the ball. Nice shift, and again, nice handoff, and got some space. Cuts back as number 7, looks for some room, works in space, and will advance it upfield. That's soft grass, very moist. As several of the players able to get that nice cut space and get upfield as the day progresses. you'll continue to see some of the elusiveness that these young men bring to the table here on the 10U level. Great games continuing to come your way. BLACKMAN Broncos. Receivers crotch up, steps up, pump fakes. Number 3 keeps it, goes around the right side, and number 60 brings the pressure from the D tackle and able to come up as the linebacker core to seal a deal. And number 54 able to steal it off as well on the outside edge. These big boys for the Bills can move. That big front line is about as descriptive as you can call it. But when you look at their agility and footwork, you got to be impressed with what they're doing up front in the trenches. Two minutes left before halftime, and the Broncos dominating time of possession as the Bills will get it, and they'll shift the man across the formation with the ball on the 25-yard line. Handoff, and they'll go around the outside again. They scored on this play the last time, and he's able to get to the outside edge and goes out of bounds near the 33, dare to say 34-yard line. And that'll lead to a timeout on the field. You are watching 5 Star Nation's first annual preseason kickoff classic, brought to you by none other than the Upper Echelon and live streaming. Come on, man. It's Gridiron Productions, LLC, in conjunction with Voice Sports. You know where it's going down. We're going to bring it to you every chance we can and light it up. You want to find out more? Get in contact with Kevin Hawthorne directly. Find him on Facebook. Give him a phone call directly. Line it up, and you get the best quality live streaming as well. Both of these great teams talking things through in this timeout period. Also, shouts out to the Clarks. You know who you are, doing your thing down there in Florida, representing the Daytona Beach. My man Elijah, too, great dude. Congratulations to the 2-time champs. There's a lot of good stuff going on as we get ready to start walking into the fall youth football season. Some great teams up and down the coast playing some tremendous football. Coaches working with not only the players on their games, but mentorship. There's so many things we get a chance to touch bases on throughout the course of the day. Sit back and ride with me. The Bills take the clap snap. Quarterback pressured and flushed to the outside, and then defense, relentless, runs him down near the 31, and that'll go for a loss of about 4. And he will come off the football field and need a second. May have fell down on top of the football and knocked the wind out of himself. A little slow making his way back out onto the field, and he will indeed turn around and come off 1:10 before the half as he'll take a knee in front of the coaching staff. The Bills down 14-6. High snap over the head, lost it, and he'll have to fall on it, and it looks like the Broncos will come up with it. And indeed, number 8 does. Ball on the ground. Ball on the ground. So the high snap leads to yet another change of possession. 45 seconds and the clock rocking. Coming up on the first intermission period of today's great slate of games here on Championship Sunday. Get ready to go run, get your drink, grab you something to eat, maybe get you something to snack on. But we'll be back with the second half in just a few moments to end the round. Another play they've had tremendous success, and he goes down inside the 10 and into the end zone. Touchdown. And they will bring that back more than likely. And that's a conversation I'm sure the Bills coaches are going to have, not only with his front seven, but the back four. This one particular play the Broncos run at high volume has been very lucrative for them on the scoreboard, as that will send us to halftime with the score 14-6. The BLACKMAN Broncos up on the Bluff City Bills. You are watching 5-Star Nation Championship, brought to you by none other than Gridiron Productions, LLC, and Voice Sports. I believe they'll let them play an untimed down as the Broncos break the huddle. Number 7 with possession. Bills player runs on the field kind of late. Counter goes around the outside and right where he came in. Good cutback. Excuse me. And he'll step out of bounds near the 19-yard line. And indeed, that will send him to the halftime period. Bluff City Bills have spent an exasperating amount of time on defense. They got to find a way to get their offense going and get some momentum, as the BLACKMAN Broncos have been able to establish what they want to do on the ground and do it on the ground effectively. One of the biggest plays they've been able to execute is that end-around handoff to the tight end that gets whoever they put at that tight end position in open space with a crew and convoy of blocking in front of them has led to some tremendous success. The score says 14-6, but it could have very easily been 28. We'll be back from halftime in just a few moments. Again, you're watching the 5-Star Nation Championships 10U level. Now, for many of you watching at home that got a couple minutes and are going to sit here for a second, I want to present something to you. And that's about this great opportunity for you, your organization, your team, or your individual player to find out more about Team Funding House. TeamFundingHouse.com is will collaborate with your team, your coaches, your administrators, and your parents to create an account for your team so that they can start building revenue sharing for your team right now. Team Funding House is an AI-driven revenue platform for your youth sports organizations to acquire subscription-based funding to build a revenue stream for your team from its donors all year round. To find out more, go to the website today at teamfundinghouse.com and find out more. And when they hit you back, tell them the voice sent you. Voice tested, voice approved. We'll be back in 2 minutes with the start of the second half. Bluff City Bills, BLACKMAN Broncos, Broncos up 14-6. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Wayne the Voice Matthews here with Gridiron Productions coming to you live from Tennessee. My goodness, an exciting first half of action on the 10U level as the 10U championships here at Five Star Nation are already underway. The Bluff City Bills with 6 points are currently down to the BLACKMAN Broncos with 14. Getting ready to resume the second half of play in just a few moments. You're in the right place to see some high quality football in your face. Come on, man, ride with me. Like, love, and share. But most of all, once you get to that Gridiron Productions page on YouTube, hit subscribe, and you'll always be able to get that vibe. Both teams will switch sides as the Bills will now be on the right side of the screen, and the BLACKMAN Broncos in navy blue with white pots will be on your left. Let's look to see how many of those halftime adjustments were able to impact things as the Bills will start off with possession of football here in the second half. Good direct snap, handoff, and the defense eats that alive, boy. This kid is having a huge game. Lord, I had to clear my throat for that one. Main man in the backfield on offense and defense. Man, good clap snap. Up and ball on the ground. As the quarterback hands it to the halfback, he's unable to get it, and he will have to fall on it. And that will set them back even further. Third down. And the Bills yet to get it together offensively. And the quick handoff, and again, the Broncos defenders are in the backfield almost as quickly as the football is snapped to the QB's hands. So the defense building in confidence and momentum. This Broncos team is feeling real good. And after a quick 3 and out, the Bills will have to defer. And as the officials walk it off, they will take possession of the football right around the 37-yard line, already up 14-6. The Broncos looking to possibly put another score on the board, but this defense will have to do what it's done all the first half and keep them out. And a handoff around the right side. He got open space, and a nice run for more than 10 yards on the carry will take him down as again number 45. Dirty uniform and all has been putting on a valiant effort for this Bills defense. But the Broncos are having success after success after success here in the run game. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, you're enjoying Five Star Nations Championship games. 4 10-minute running quarters. And quick snap and the handoff on the razzle dazzle to number 7. He'll break through one tackle and spin away free from another. And he'll get past the line of scrimmage for a pickup of maybe 3 before he's brought down. This offense hard hitting and loves to give you the misdirection, show you something, and keep those linebackers' heads on the swivel. The Bills defense spent a huge portion of their time watching this offense in the first half. And right now, they're just as comfortable and compliant as the penalty flag flies. Ball on the 25-yard line, and this will be an interesting call. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Come on, ref, talk to me nice. Oh, my baby. And that will go against the Bills and move the Broncos down to the 20. Handoff goes around the right side, cuts back number one in open space, got some room, good jab step. One-on-one with the safety, beats him and gives him the slitty into the end zone. Touchdown. Bruh. BLACKMAN Broncos. Is there a flag on the play? No, it is not. Once you see that confirmation right there, it is what it is. 20-6. And while there is a flag on the play, the official signaled that the points did count. And this is a PAT opportunity right here. The official will walk over to the Bills sideline and make sure the coaches understand what just transpired. 10U championship action live from here, 5-Star Nation here in Tennessee. .540 left in the third. And the handoff. Oh, wow. Ball on the ground. Ball on the ground. Point after attempt is no good. Your score. BLACKMAN Broncos 20. Bluff City Bills 6. Bluff City is getting ready to send their offense back out onto the football field. See if they can get something done offensively. Bluff City comes out, direct snap, handoff, and again, the defense in the backfield, almost at the point of the handoff, to corral the ball carrier down. Number 3 never had a chance to even get going. Same story, different down. Broncos defense in the backfield, bringing yet another play to a close. Broncos win a quick. Bluff City win a quick 3-and-out last offensive possession. And if they don't break the momentum and what's happening and trending right now, this Broncos defense is going to try and do it again. Quarterback keeps it. Nice read. He'll take it around the right side. Got some space. And a huge pickup using his legs, number 22. Leading yardage gainer for this Bills team. And he'll have a conversation with his coach They'll put the ball at the 45-yard line. Bills just shy of midfield. The second biggest play from scrimmage since they scored. 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Good snap again. Throws it to the halfback. He'll look to go around the left side. And it'll go out of bounds. Able to fool the defense, at least that interior linebacking core, and it'll steal maybe 4 yards out of the play. Second down and 7 for the Bills, whose offense pretty much is the quarterback keeper. This front seven for the Bills is tenacious. QB makes some adjustments. They come out in the Maryland I formation. And look at the whole left side of the defensive line just crash down and bring that play to a close in the backfield. This TU Broncos team are popping on all cylinders right now. And the Bills quarterback, number 22, is doing what he can to keep this offense on the field and a chance to be in this game. Again, they come out in the Maryland I formation, and again, the pressure. Bosh exchange between the quarterback and center will lead to yet another turnover, and the Broncos will take possession of the football. So here on Championship Sunday, the chemistry of this Broncos team, whether you speak in terms of the offensive line or the defensive line, has been popping on all cylinders, while the Bills have been doing everything in their power to try and slow them down. 20-6 to score here in the third quarter. Timeout on the field. You're watching 5-Star Nation Championship Games. 24 seconds left in the third quarter. Gridiron Productions LLC. Like, love, and share everywhere. Both teams break the huddle to build. The Broncos take the snap. And off the clap snap, looks to bounce to the outside. Got some room in the open lane. And uses his lead blocker to the maximum of his ability. He'll advance it upfield very close to a first down. They'll get 9 off of that handoff. And that will do it for the third quarter. Put your fours in the air. Put your fours in the air. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put your fours in the air. Fourth quarter of action set to come your way. 20-6 the score. BLACKMAN Broncos up on the Bluff City Bills. We return to the action here in the fourth quarter. BLACKMAN Broncos up 20-6 and possession of the football. Take the clap snap and it's low. Scooped up by number 8. Shakes one man and will run through another tackle. That still will go for a loss. Great pursuit by the Bills defense. And yet another call on the play. We got a flag deep in the backfield. And that will add to the Broncos' problems that it will be holding. So despite the box exchange between the center and the QB, number 8 able to pick up the football and try and get some yards out of it. A holding penalty will back him up. But this Broncos offense has been efficient all day. And he'll hand it off around the right side on the halfback counter. And he'll get hit. Defense excited about that one. Still a decent pickup of maybe 4 on the play. Here in the fourth quarter, the Bills need 2 touchdowns. And while that will end the Broncos' initial play, they'll come out here with our formation, and that's a false start every country. China, Europe, Paraguay, Jamaica. The long down and distance for this Broncos offense. Quick snap. They'll go with the counter. Got some room. And unable to split the defenders as the DB comes over to seal that off. Nice play. When your corner can come down and be a part of the run defense, gives you a lot of confidence. And if the opposing coach can't see it, you'll be sitting there scratching his head trying to figure out why I can't get around that outside.
Looking at your setup here.
20-3 to score. 20-6, excuse me. Bills defense looking to build some momentum, good pressure, but no. Number 7 gets the end around, stiff arm around the left side. And a nice tackle. Again, this Bills defense, open field tackling from the secondary is outstanding. That will give them possession of football. My goodness, you're watching 10U championship action.
Come back, man. I might bring you hot dog, hamburger, or something, man. I know it gets hot up here. I'm a fan
Brought
of
to
the
you
Saints game. I
by
see my whole
Five
family
Star
every day,
Nation.
so I look out for you, homie.
All right, we're live streaming this, just so you know.
What's that?
We're live streaming it, just so you know.
I got you.
Yeah. So I'm not talking too much.
No, what'd you say? You said what?
We're live streaming it, so I'm not talking too much. You're good, you're good. You didn't know?
Always love, always love. Quick snap, quick throw. Oh, caught it. Got some space. And he'll advance it upfield. You get a chance to enjoy some of the hospitality that's being presented. Representatives from Five Star Nation up at the press bar. Always looking out for the cookout. Hey, Pink. Looking, flushed out of the pocket. Rose takes it, throws, got a man. Oh, and overshoots him. Oh, my baby. I like the idea. Just unable to get it to him. (20-6) as this Bluff City Bills offense needs 2 touchdowns here in the fourth quarter. If something's going to happen, they're going to have to make it happen. Defensively, they've been on their heels all game long. And number 22, the manager of this offense, has had his hands full as the front seven for this BLACKMAN Broncos squad has spent a good portion of the time in their backfield. But the consistency and effort has been there all day. With 5:08 remaining in regulation. The Bills come out showing 4 receivers. Sends a man in motion. The jet hands it off. He'll shake away from one. But the interior linebacker able to get to the jet sweep at the initial point of attack. And a timeout charge to the Bills as they will talk about it. 10U championship action coming to you live from Tennessee. Gridiron Productions, LLC, and Voice Sports. What more do you need? We get ready to get down to business. As both teams talk about it here in the fourth quarter. Great slate of games set to come your way, both on the 9U, 8U, 12U, 14U levels. And you're already in the place to be. You ain't got to do much but sit back and enjoy a double dose of me. Let's go, babe. Officials talking it through on the field. Again, if you do anything for me as the course of the season takes place, please, parents, coaches, administrators, employ a greater focus on keeping your players hydrated this fall season. Keep your players hydrated. Keep your players hydrated. Keep your players hydrated. Four receiver spread. Drop back, pressure, tries to shake free and does. Runs through 3 tackles, but won't run through the 4th. As number 2 for the Broncos will bring him down. Bluff City Bills trying to get some offense going in their favor as this beautiful day of action continues to make this way. Also, you want to beat the heat, whether you're in practice, whether you're in walkthroughs, whether it's game day, playoffs, homecoming, or championships. Beat the heat. Stay cool. Rock out with Cool Blue products. Cool Blue products can be found on Voice Sports page. Use promo code VOYCE. Man, a couple of squirts help you beat the heat. And I ain't talking about the team from Maryland either. 20-6. Broncos take the snap. Beautiful execution on the counter. Bounces to the outside edge. Got space. One man to beat. Excuse me, sir. And he'll take that down into Bills territory. And the secondary is having conversations with the front seven as the execution of that counter is beautiful from the Broncos. Helmet on helmet, great spacing. The running back has plenty of visionary choices in front of him. It's a key to their success, and it's why they're in this championship game. Fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs for the Broncos. Down and distance crew been moving up and down the field so much they need a drink. 2:30 left in the game. And this offense looks like it's just starting to settle down and reach full cylinders. They'll take the snap and try the middle of the field with the fullback. And he'll break into the secondary and down the right sideline. And very close to the end zone himself is number 8. Again, this young man quietly has been the primetime player for this Broncos squad, both offensively and defensively. As he not only goes out of bounds, but he'll go out of bounds near the 10-yard line. A touchdown here would pretty much seal the deal this late in the game. The Bills looking for a turnover of any kind, a momentum breaker, a big play, something to stop the momentum of this Broncos offense. If they look this good in preseason, boy, oh boy, as the chemistry develops and time goes on, both of these teams I expect to see great things out of in the fall season. Hand off around the left side, and that's good for about 4. They'll take it up to about the 7-yard line before the Bills bring him down, and we got a player shaking up on the field for the Bills. One minute remaining. And looking at this Bills player tough it out has drawn the concern of the official as well. With just a minute left of the championship, he's going to give it all he got. The center man in motion, shifting the power side. Good snap. Oh! And the quarterback and the center unable to make a clean exchange. And a flag will go against the Broncos to back them up. False start. And that will continue to have that clock run. The Bills' body language says it all. This game comes to a close with the final score. The BLACKMAN Broncos 20-6 over the Bluff City Bills. Your 10U champions here at 5 Star Nation is in the books. You're watching Gridiron Productions LLC in conjunction with Voice Sports, the upper echelon, and live streaming. Make sure you tell a neighbor, tell a friend, but make sure you hit subscribe before this video ends. We'll be back with more great 5 Star Nation Championship action in just a few moments. Share that link everywhere. We'll be back.